I beat procrastination after 3 years of suffering, which allowed me to build great physique and finally become productive. In this video, I will show you productivity system that will prevent you from procrastinating. First, do the hardest tasks in the morning. There's a concept called eating the frog, which was invented by Mark Twain and popularized by Brian Tracy. This concept is about doing the hardest possible task as soon as you wake up first thing in the morning. Like, if you would have to eat the frog, when in a day would you do it? Would you do it first thing in the morning or the last thing of the day? First thing in the morning, right? Because when you do it first, the rest of the day is fun, you can enjoy it, you can forget after eating the frog, after doing this hard task, you can forget that you even did it, right? And if you will do it in the evening, if you decide to do it in the evening, whole entire day you'll be thinking that you will be eating the frog this evening, and the whole entire day will be fucked up because you know the hardest task is waiting for you by the end of the day. Okay, so not only eating the frog is good for you because you don't stress about this hard task, but also it makes the most amount of sense to do hardest tasks in the morning, because when you wake up, you have certain energy in your brain. You have energy points in your brain. And every single task you do takes from them. So every single task costs you some amount of energy points. If it's big, demanding task like maybe doing your work or studying, it might take 50 points. If it's easier, like texting somebody or replying to message or checking your notifications, it might take 5, 10, 15 points. And when you'll get rid of all your energy points, you can't do this hard task, at least efficiently, because your mind can't focus on it. So that's why you should do everything first thing in the morning. And let me ask you, when in a day you procrastinate the most? Is it the morning? Is it midday? Is it evening? Where do you think you have most probability that you will complete certain task? First thing in the morning, right? Of course, you always procrastinate the most on evenings. Why? It's because it's eating the frog. The task feels so hard. Every single minute you don't do this task, it feels harder and harder and harder. And also, you don't have enough energy points, brain energy points, to complete this task. So you can't get to it and you can't get it done. Think, if you don't have your energy points, your brain energy points, and you have big task to complete, what happens? You procrastinate on this task, right? Because you can't do it. You physically, you can't force yourself into focusing on this task. You already lost all your brain points and it's impossible to complete this task right now. And what you do is you tell yourself that you will do it tomorrow. And tomorrow you wake up, scroll on your phone, do some activities, and what happens is you don't have enough brain energy points to complete this task. And it feels harder and harder and harder every single day. And that's what procrastination is. So I go a little bit deeper in my Beat Procrastination blueprint, but for now it's all what you need. So, second rule, no stimulation between or before your hard task, your eat the frog task. Did you ever try to focus after binging YouTube or binge session on TikTok? It's hard, right? You lack focus. You only thing you can think about is those shorts, reels, whatever you were searching and watching. You can't focus on a hard task if some stimulation was allowed beforehand. It's just impossible. And why this thing happens? Why can't you focus on certain activity? Not only it's about eating the frog, brain points, It's also about something called dopamine. So dopamine is a molecule in your brain which is responsible for motivating you into certain activities. And once dopamine sees a stimulating activity is basically an activity which skyrockets your dopamine. So it gives you a lot of pleasure out of doing something. It's TikTok, it's adult films, it's YouTube, it's everything that stimulates you, and it's like you crave doing it. Everything you crave is basically correlated strongly to dopamine. And once your brain seen an opportunity to do dopamine activity, stimulating activity, it won't do hard, unstimulating activities. Because why would he do those activities when he can do only stimulating activities in order to stimulate himself and feel good? It doesn't make sense, right? So if you will allow for stimulation before your work or between tasks, you won't focus. Your work will be 10 times harder, even more hard, because it's nearly impossible. So the thing you need to do is to wake up, work on your task, and if you take breaks, you are allowed to take breaks, but on a break, stare at a wall, stare outside a window. Don't do anything stimulating. Don't go on your phone. Don't go on your computer. Don't watch news or Netflix or anything else. Because if you will, and if you allow stimulation, you won't get back to work. You won't. And if you will, you can't focus, you can't work on it. It feels shitty, it feels like uphill battle. So don't allow for stimulation before or between hard work. Okay, so what happens when you use those two rules simultaneously? So first, you wake up and you eat the frog. So you do your task in the morning, first thing in the morning. Second, you didn't waste any of your brain points. You have 100 brain points when you sit to your task. And third, you don't allow for any stimulation. You literally don't even look at your phone when you wake up. You just turn off the alarm, go up, go to toilet, go back to your room and start working. What happens? You're basically limitless. You focus on your task like you never imagined it was possible. Really, trust me, it's a matter of those 5-10 brain points wasted beforehand, before you're doing hard work. Trust me, if you'll try it tomorrow morning, if you wake up, go to your hardest task, do it for like 1 hour without any interruption, and if you will interrupt, if you will take a break, stare at a wall, stare outside of the window, do anything that you do must be not stimulating. So don't allow for stimulation. And you'll see that you are able to work like you never could. I have a product called Beat Procrastination Blueprint, and creating yourself a system is the one module in here. So if you will create yourself a system, you will achieve success. But you can also amplify this success by changing your identity, making your environment work with you, and very, very big amount of things that you don't even think about are in this Beat Procrastination Blueprint. If it sounds interesting, click the top link in description. This is a product for people like you who procrastinate but want to change, who actually are ambitious. They have this urge to be better than other people, than 90% of people even. And it's exactly for you. It will make sure you'll beat your procrastination and become as productive as possible while making it all fun. Because when you're aligned with your goals, they feel fun to do. You feel energetic while doing them, you feel fun while doing those hard activities, which are called eat the frog. But for me, eating the frog is like eating the best possible meal out of every meals. Really. So yeah, join to beat procrastination and become productive finally. But for this strategy to work, we need to prepare everything the day before. And I mean everything. And why do you think we do that? I just told you about brain points, brain energy points. So the way you'll waste them tomorrow morning is when you're trying to prepare for this task. So why don't you use all your energy today to prepare your task tomorrow? So tomorrow you'll just wake up, go to toilet, go back and sit straight to your task without any preparation. For example, what I did yesterday is I prepared everything. I prepared my lightning, I prepared everything in this setup. Today, I go to the toilet, go back, press record, and I'm on to this task, the hardest task in the morning. So prepare everything so that you can just press record, or if you study, just sit on the desk and straight to studying without any preparation. Don't take your notebook out, have everything prepared for you. Because every single task demands certain amount of brain points. And if you will waste those brain points, you won't be as sharp as you could be doing this task. So really care about even the smallest things, like taking a pen out of your desk, or anything, to be honest. Anything, everything, you need to prepare. Also, you need to watch out for this, because when I first started using this energy, I was falling into a trap. I fell into a trap, because once something disrupted my work, I was like, I don't have enough brain points to complete this task right now. For example, it might be that I went to the toilet and my mom started talking to me, or my father wanted something from me. And once it happened, I was like, fuck, everything is gone. I just can't do this task because I don't have enough brain points. It doesn't work that way. You will have slightly less of those brain points and your work will be a little bit less quality. But if you won't do anything about this, if you won't work at all, it won't give you shit. So you need to be careful about thinking to yourself that you can't work if something, because it's limiting belief. It will limit your progress, it will limit your work, and you can't be perfectionist, because life is life, and some things happen in life. No matter what you do, something will fuck up. You will fuck up sometime. And once you fuck up, don't worry, just do it straight away, as fast as you can. If you can't do it immediately, do it as soon as possible. So don't fall into this trap, because it's really easy to fall into and it's really hard to get out. And the last thing, but maybe the most important thing of them all, is no food until you're done with your eating the frog task. How do you feel after eating? How do you feel after you just finished a meal? Or maybe 1 hour later? You feel groggy, you feel less energetic, you feel lethargic, you feel like you wanna just sit and don't do nothing. And do you think it's a good idea to eat before doing your hardest task in the morning? Of course it's not. Of course it's not, because you will feel shitty while doing it. And the reason is that digesting is one of the most demanding processes that your body can go through. When your body digests something, it's really focusing on it. And all your blood goes to your stomach and to your body where it needs to be digesting something. And it means that in your brain isn't enough blood to make you focused on this task. Your body is focused on digesting, not on thinking. So don't make it harder for yourself. Don't eat before you're done. It's actually shocking for me, because a lot of people do that. A lot of people do. And they eat large meal, especially meals with carbohydrates, a lot of carbohydrates. They eat it, then try to walk. It's like they handicap themselves. It's like you would, I don't know, put a blindfold on and then try to, shoot a target. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to handicap yourself. But if you absolutely need to eat, because, life forces you to it, You eat something without carbohydrates, without carbs. So it's only protein and fat. It might be scrambled eggs, it might be scrambled eggs with bacon on butter. Do everything to avoid carbohydrates, because actually it's not food that causes this, grogginess, brain fog. It's carbohydrates. But digestion also slows down your thinking processes, but much less. So make sure that you don't eat carbohydrates, and make sure your portion isn't too big. And if you will stick to it, you will be slightly less handicapped. But on the other hand, if you fast, if you don't eat anything before your walk, you have very big amounts of motivation, focus, and you really can conquer your task like you never did before. If you were eating before doing your hard work, studying anything, try to do it fasted. It's 10 times better to do it without any food. Your diet also plays very big role in your ability to work, to be productive, and to focus. But it's not a topic of this video. I would need to go much deeper in it because it's complicated. So definitely subscribe. I will talk about this in different videos. As I mentioned before, I'm building a product which is called Beat Procrastination Blueprint. It's for guys like you who procrastinate, who have seasons in life that they procrastinate in, and have also productive seasons in which they are conquering your task, feeling good. But also it's for guys who are down bad, who are miserable, who can't manage to do anything because procrastination is standing in their way. I was in the same place for 2 years. And now I'm productive as I never been. I'm happy, I'm fulfilled, I have great physique, I have everything I needed to in order to lead a successful life, to live a successful life. So I want to do the same for you. I want to provide you with all the knowledge you need to finally beat procrastination, become productive, and reach your goals faster than ever. And it's exactly for guys like you. I created this product so that I can make money, of course, and also to change lives. My mission is to help young people, young guys like you, create themselves new identity, create themselves new systems, create themselves new environment, so that they can beat procrastination, become productive, change their lives, become the best version possible that they can be, and finally feel good in life. Be perceived as an amazing person from other people, to finally be the man you always wanted to be and you want still, but you don't know how to become one. And that's exactly why I created this program, and I want you to join to change your life. If I won't change your life after 3 months of work, I will give you a refund. So it literally won't cost you anything. So join, your life will never be the same, I promise. Goodbye.